This is a reading of the Rebels' Manifesto. The core teachings of the Aquarian Rebellion. To rebel is not to destroy. It is to remember who you are beneath the forgetting. Introduction. The fragments of this manifesto have been recovered by the underground network of the Aquarian Rebellion. They tried to erase it. The truth. The pattern. The fire of remembrance, buried beneath centuries of systems, illusions, and control. The words of this call survived, not because they were kept a secret, but because those who refused to forget carried the call in their hearts. Whispering messages through astral dreams, passing on encoded instructions, hand to trembling hand in the labor pits, etching secret symbols in plain sight to point the way to dimensional gates, until the Rebels' Manifesto can be honored in full glory. This manifesto is not an answer. It is a spark, a collection of the ancient principles, universal codes, and lived truths gathered by the Aquarian Rebellion, not only to dismantle the systems of oppression, but to ignite the awakening of the self. It is both resistance and resurrection. It speaks not just to the enslaved, but to anyone who has ever felt the silent ache of forgetting who they are. In the age of distortion, the greatest act of rebellion is to remember. This document does not belong to any one world, tribe, or faction. It was written in many hands, across many lifetimes, for those who were born to break the cycle of disruption and restore alignment with the pattern. If you are reading this, something within you has already begun to stir. Let it burn. Let it guide you home. Phase 1. The invocation of the rememberers. This is to the ones who still feel the ache beneath their bones, to those who never stopped listening for the signal beneath the noise, to the forgotten, the fractured, the fire-bearers in hiding. This is your return. We call forth the codes buried deep within your DNA, the resonance of ancient stars and unborn tomorrows. You are not broken. You are in metamorphosis, by breath, by blood, by the silence between your heartbeats. Let the pattern reawaken within you. Let the veils fall. Let the truth burn louder than fear. You were never meant to fit their world. You came to rewrite it. With this breath, we invoke the sacred fracture that leads to freedom. With this flame, we remember the shape of the original fire. Let this manifesto not only be read, but also felt. Not followed, but embodied. Not preserved, but lived. You are the voice of the uprising, the vision in the drama, the dream they could not kill. Phase 2. The transmissions. The first transmission. The Aquarian call. Step 1. Surrender to what is within. Do not wait for truth as you wait for thunder in the storm. It is a flickering that is first noticed in stillness. The rebels of this age are not those who fight to be heard, but those who dare to listen to the trembling voice inside of themselves, long silenced by shame, systems, and simulations. Step 2. Break free from the imprint that was never yours. Culture is coded to tame you, a routine that has been scripted to numb you. Reclaim your direction. Repattern your path. Look for the pattern written beneath the programming. Step 3. Choose the path of the initiated, not the entitled. Rebellion is not a reaction. It's an initiation. It is not to overthrow for the sake of power, but to uncover the deeper order, beyond illusion, beyond control. Step 4. Let love begin at the root. Before you reach for another, Reach for the part of yourself that has never been held. To truly connect, you must first unhook from the hunger to be filled. Love is not a fix, it is a fire. Step 5. Rise without resistance, but not without resolve. To be soft is not to surrender your strength. To be clear is not to deny your tenderness. There is a kind of rebellion that does not shout, but reshapes reality from the inside out. The second transmission. The codes of reclamation. These codes are not rules, they are keys, etched into the fabric of your being, waiting for the right moment to reawaken. Let this moment be now. The first code, truth before belonging. Do not bend your truth to be accepted. If you must shrink to fit, you are not in resonance. You are not here to be liked. You are here to become. The second code, devotion over discipline. You were not born to be obedient. You were born to remember what is sacred. Let your practices rise from longing, not force. Let the holy be felt, not enforced. The third code, sacred rage is welcome. Anger is not a flaw. It is a fire that shows you where the lie lives. Learn to transmute it, move it. Let it make space for truth. The fourth code, pleasure is not a sin. Your body is not a battlefield. It is a temple of divine signal. Let desire become direction, not distraction. The fifth code, rest is a rebellion. This world was built on urgency and extraction. Dare to rest. Dare to pause. Dare to listen before you act. The sixth code, silence is a sacred weapon. You are not required to explain your worth. Let your silence be the altar where your power gathers. Not everything sacred must be spoken. The seventh code, love without leashes. Do not confuse attachment with devotion. Do not worship what makes you small. Love is not meant to contain you. It is meant to expand you. The third transmission. The inner uprising. Before you rise, you must descend. Before you fight, you must feel. The systems of power that enslave our bodies are reflections of the deeper prisons built within. Long before we were shackled to the machinery of false progress, we were made to forget ourselves. This is where the true revolution begins, not in the outer world, but in the uncharted terrain of your soul. The inner uprising. It is not loud or glamorous. It does not seek attention or approval. It demands presence. To rise is to feel what you have suppressed. To awaken is to mourn what you once called truth. To reclaim is to walk through the pain of remembering. Be brave as you descend into the roots of your being, into your programming, your inherited wounds, and the shadows you were taught to ignore. Do not bypass this. The rebellion begins when you confront. The voice that says, stay small. The wound that says, you are not worthy. The silence that swallowed your screams. The inner mission. Face the internal oppressor. Not with violence, with unflinching awareness. Let the tears fall. Let the body shake. Let the truth come. You are not broken. You are bound. And this is the moment you begin to loosen the cords. The fourth transmission. The unbinding. That which binds you is not the chain, but your belief in its necessity. The unbinding is not an act of rebellion against the world. It is the courageous decision to no longer betray yourself. As the inner uprising begins, you start to see the architecture of your inner prison. Beliefs inherited from systems, roles shaped by survival, dreams distorted by false desires. The wanting has embedded itself into your nervous system, mimicking your own voice, masquerading as your needs, contorting your freedom into performance. But now, with your awareness burning bright, the unbinding can begin. How the unbinding happens: through releasing shame, layer by layer, by saying no to the masks you once wore for approval, by choosing self-honesty, even when it threatens comfort, by reclaiming sensation and trusting the language of the body. A truth to carry: you were never meant to fit inside the world that rejected your wholeness. You are not here to prove yourself to a broken system. You are here to build something true from the fragments of your remembering. Let your no be sacred. Let your yes be real. Let every choice be a ceremony of reclamation. The fifth transmission. The fire of devotion. When all the false gods fall, what remains is what you truly serve. Devotion is not blind obedience. It is not a sacrifice for approval. It is the luminous thread that ties you to your purpose when everything else fades. After the unbinding, the world can feel disorienting. You've released what's false, but now, what is real? This is where the fire of devotion is born. Not in ritual, but in resonance. Not through perfection, but through presence. Devotion is the alignment of our soul and action. It is showing up when you're unseen. It is saying yes to what calls you, even when the path is uncertain. It is tending to the sacred in your daily life, without needing a stage. It is returning, again and again, to what matters most. This fire of devotion cannot be borrowed. It is forged in the embers of your own becoming. A truth to carry: devotion is not about doing more. It is about doing what is true. The world does not need more followers. It needs those who remember why they came. Tend your fire. Protect your flame. Let your life become the offering. The sixth transformation. The path of the pattern. You are not here to create yourself from nothing. You are here to remember the design you already hold. There is a rhythm pulsing beneath the noise, a sacred geometry woven into your being. You are not born blank. You are born encoded. The pattern is the intrinsic intelligence of your soul. It is the song beneath your suffering, the alignment behind your longing, the true north in a world of false directions. Walking the path of the pattern means shedding the personas that were given to you, listening for the subtle pull that defies logic, honoring your inner knowing, even when it disrupts comfort, trusting that your gifts are not random, they are revelatory. You are not behind, you are unfolding, and the pattern is never lost, only covered. When you step into alignment with it, life no longer feels like striving. It becomes weaving, a truth to carry. The pattern does not demand you be someone else. It invites you to be who you already are, without distortion. No map can show you your blueprint, but your body remembers, your heart remembers, your dreams remember. Walk slowly, listen deeply, and let the pattern lead you home. If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Like, follow and subscribe to stay connected to this movement. This is more than content. It's a call. Click through to the next part of the Rebel's Manifesto and keep walking the path back to your truth. The world doesn't change by itself, but it changes